Hello, everybody. So, today we are again here about the bamboo propagation and management. This is a course under STRIDE. I am Dr. Naneshwar Meera Shivaji Khandbahale, Assistant Professor in Department of Botany, KTHM College, Nasik. So, today we are going to start with our chapter number 6, that is bamboo based entrepreneur. So, this is quite different than the previous chapters that in previous chapters we have discussed about the cultivation, propagation, management, then about its product. But today we are on the level that we can develop bamboo as an so our topic of discussion is bamboo based entrepreneurship, and content under this topic is bamboo as an enterprise and success stories in the bamboo business, because already some peoples are there who has started the bamboo enterprise, or they developed the business of bamboo, and that's next chapter. But today we are going to, that is bamboo as an enterprise. So in previous lecture what we have discussed, that the product of bamboo, we can say that bamboo is daily and multi-purpose thing that we can develop is so many. For example, we can develop musical instrument bamboo, not only the conventional musical musical instrument, but also can develop a modern musical instrument bamboo. Then bamboo can be used to make fabrics and again in textiles. Then we can prepare pulp and paper from the bamboos. We can produce bioenergy from the bamboo. Then we can use bamboo as, and we can make sports and creations from the bamboos. We can make electronic things from the bamboos. We can make furniture from the bamboo. Then jewelry and fashion also can be designed from the bamboos. Can household items can be used everyday houses from the bamboo. So these are the products of bamboo that is already utilized by day-to-day life. Again, there is one of the aspect that current and bamboo, whatever we have discussed, that is the current use of bamboos. But what is the potential uses of bamboo, or in which field we can use bamboo in a, or to maintain a ever growing demand of ever growing population? For example, bamboo bioenergy, that energy, as population is in, the demand of energy, demand of food, and that ever increasing demand of bioenergy and ever increasing demand of can be fulfilled by the bamboo. So bamboo can be used as a medicinal purpose. There are so many minerals and vitamins bamboo, so medicinal products from the bamboo. Bamboo can be make the clothes, and bamboo is usable and animal. So these are some potential uses of bamboo. After discussing the product and potential bamboo, after this lecture, can you can be able develop bamboo as an enterprise, or can say that how we can develop bamboo. So now first, before starting the development of bamboo as an enterprise, what's the sustainable bamboo price? So alternative material for wood for the handicrafts, furniture, and construction industry are very important. And one of the such material, bamboo. Dear friends, know that we are always trying to search the alternative material for the materials which are really in demand. For example, the fuels are really in the demand, so we are always trying to search the alternative product for the fuel. So we are coming with the biodiesels and the material from biological. So we know that the food is really in the demand, and we cannot produce food in a less period of time. So we are always in search of alternative material for the food which can be used to make handicrafts, then furniture, and we can use it for the construction industries. And bamboo is that material which can be as an alternative to the food. So the high demand of bamboo is brought about by the scarcity of food due to the depletion of the resources and the strict implementation of executive orders that has logging in the natural. Know that if you want to retain the climate pure and healthy, must have 33% of the vegetation or 33% of the area covered by the green. So for maintaining that 30% vegetation, we have to save the forest. And if we are going to save the forest, then we will or face the scarcity of food. So that scarcity of food can be fulfilled by the bamboo. So this is one of the thing that bamboo can be a alternate source for the different type of material from the wood. So bamboo cultivation can enhance farm income to a good extent and achieve the desired objective of union government of transforming the rural economy by doubling the farmers' income. We know that condition of farmers are really declining day by day, but provide bamboo as an alternative source for the farmers' income, then that will be helpful for the transformation of rural economy, and that is one of the aim of union government. So bamboo cultivation can enhance farm income to a good extent. So it offers multiple goods and services, and owing its use in furniture making, then construction, then scaffolding, fuel, fodder, food industry, agricultural implements, basket, etc. And its market has always demand. So if you think about the furniture making, if you think about the construction or the fuel or the fodder or the food industry, so the market of furniture is always in a steady demand because know that the lifestyle of people is day by day increasing the level, and you know that to maintain the lifestyle we require the furniture or the construction. So construction, furniture, fuel, fodder are the or the areas which the market has always been, and we can use sources for making this type of things from the bamboo cultivation. So in the last 20 years, so many universities, private institutes, and so many government are engaged in the research and development for the standardizing the technique of multiplication of bamboo species and testing its important species across the different agroclimatic conditions. So, yeah, we know that India is a big country and we have a diverse type of climate across the India. So Jammu Kashmir is there from, so there is Uttar Pradesh, then Madhya Pradesh, then Maharashtra, then Karnataka, and then Kerala. So if you think about these states across the India, there is a different climate, and we have to develop the different varieties of bamboo which can be suited for this different type of agroclimatic zones and different type of institutions. For example, universities are there, then government are there, are always engaged in standardizing the technique for multiplication of bamboo species. So bamboo has been immediately associated with mankind because of its vital role in the social, cultural, and economic uplift as well as environmental. Whatever things we have seen up till now, all these are social, cultural, and economic upliftment of the society, and also bamboo is important for the environmental. So China has emerged as a as it has taken big stride in the identification of bamboo as a raw material for pulp, then paper and rayon, then paraquat flooring, ply making, then ply composites, then charcoal and its for the food, then chopstick, toothpick, and handicrafts. If we see the product of bamboo, China is in the leading position. China has uh, already searched that, or already they have taken the action for making type of products from the bamboo, and because of that, China is now in a leading position to make a different type of by using the bamboo as a raw material. So in China, they making the pulp, then paper and rayon, then paraquat flooring, then ply, different type of composite, charcoal. Then the shoots of bamboo can be used as a food. Then chopstick, toothpick, and handicrafts, etc. So China is uh, taken a lead the field of different type field, the making of different type of bamboo. But India possesses one of the largest bamboo resources in the world, covering an area of 10 hectares, that is 12.8% of the total forest in the country. There are about 136 species in the country, and with regards to bamboo resource diversity, India is second only to China. Because India having a diverse type of agroclimatic condition, India having potential to become a leader the from the products making from the bamboo. So India having a really good potential because the covering of total area, that is 10.0 hectare area, that is 12.8% of the total forest area in the country covered by the bamboos, and we have 136 species that are naturally the in forest. So in 1999, the National Mission of Bamboo Application was set up by the Technology Information Forecasting and Assessment Council, that is IFAC. So already government of India has taken a decision for making as a bamboo as a good resource for the different type of products, and the Department of Science and Technology, that is DST, followed by National Bamboo, that is NBM, in 2006. So the basic aim of this bamboo mission was to enhance resource waste of bamboo and find the application of bamboo suiting Indian conditions. So in 2018, a reconstructed National Bamboo Mission, that is NBM, was launched with approval of Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs under the National Mission of Sustainable Agriculture, that is NMSA. So today also NBM, that is National Bamboo, playing a role cultivate the bamboo, the agroforestry area, and also the agricultural area of India. So we are going to discuss that National Bamboo Bill. So the mission aims to enhance the area under bamboo plantation in non-forest government and private land to supplement farm income and contribute towards resilience to climate change as well as availability of quality raw material to the industry. When we cultivate bamboo in non-forest government and private areas, it will green coverage of the vegetation on the ground. So it is one of the support for maintaining the climatic conditions. Again, it is it is also important to provide the alternative source for the farmers. So now government of India saying that now trade in the bamboo. So the Union government amended the Indian Forest Act in 1927, that is in 2017. So this gave a big boost to bamboo trade in the country, as it was categorized as a grass and not as a tree. So after the amendment, farmers and community can legally harvest bamboo and engage it in its trade. So we know that there is so many rules and regulation cut out the and the plants are comes under the tree category. But government categorized bamboo is in the grass family, and because of that we can cultivate legally, we can cultivate and harvest bamboos. So we can uh, trade in the bamboo. Again, bamboo is not susceptible to the pest. So naturally bamboo is good resistant to the pest and diseases. So bamboo can do without much irrigation and it's not susceptible to the pest. It requires minimum labor and is unaffected by extreme climatic conditions. So due to its multifarious uses, it has a readily available market which farmers can exploit. So there are different type of benefits of the bamboo cultivation, that it requires a very less irrigation, it requires less labor, also it is less susceptible to the pest and diseases, and because of that there is a low production cost, and this the profit of farmers. So now we are going to discuss the National Bamboo Mission, because it is important for the farmers as well as for a type of peoples to understand what is government of India is doing for increasing cultivation of bamboo. So restructured National Bamboo Mission approved by Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, that is 25,008. So the mission envisages promoting the holistic growth of bamboo sector by adopting area-based and regionally differentiated strategy and to the area under bamboo cultivation and the marketing. Under the mission, steps have been taken to increase the availability of quality planting material by supporting the setting up of new nurseries and strengthening of existing ones. Address forward integration, the mission is taking step strengthen marketing of bamboo products, those of handicraft atom. So, under the National Bamboo Mission, Government of India has decided that have to set up a proper policies for a particular areas in which we are going to implement the National Bamboo Mission, because according to the climatic area needs of the farmers is different, and because of that we have to implement the strategy area wise. So differentiated strategies and to the area under bamboo cultivation and marketing, the National Bamboo Mission is working with set up in 2000. What are the objectives of National Bamboo Mission? The first objective is that to increase the area under bamboo plantation in non-forest government and private lands, supplement farm income and contribute towards resilience to climate change as well as availability of quality raw material requirement for the. So in previous time, it is thought that bamboo is a forest product, but under National Bamboo Mission, government has said that encourage the peoples, that the peoples in private sector or peoples which are working in non-forest government areas, we have to encourage them to cultivate the bamboos, because bamboo can increase, or bamboo can contribute to increase the yield, or it can give alternate source of income to the farmers. The bamboo plantations will be promoted predominantly in farmers field, then homesteads, community lands, then arable arable wastelands, and along irrigation canals and water bodies. So to improve, second objective is that to improve the post-harvest management through establishment of innovative primary processing unit near the source of production, then primary treatment and seasoning plants, then preservation technologies and market infrastructure. So after cultivation or whatever already planted or cultivated fields are there, have to establish the post harvest management. Then we have to make a good availability of seedlings or whatever that is required for a successful bamboo plantation and management. Government is working in that area. Third objective is that to promote the product development keeping in view the market demand. So first we have to study the market demand, and according to the market demand we have to prepare the product. So by assisting research and development, then entrepreneurship and business models at micro, small, and medium level and feed bigger industries. So government said that the objective of National Bamboo Mission is that they have to study the market demand, and according to the market demand we have to the bamboo product. Again, to rejuvenate the underdeveloped bamboo industry, the yeah, so whatever there is a already cultivated area which is under the bamboo, we have to give them energy, or we have to rejuvenate them. Then to promote the skill development, capacity building, awareness generation for development of bamboo sector from production of market demand. The next objective is that to realign efforts so as to reduce the dependency export of bamboo and bamboo products by way of improved productivity and stability of domestic raw material for industry, so as to enhance income of primary. You know that China is in leading position to product of from the bamboo. So whatever different type of products are available in market, there is some products also from the China. So we can replace that product from our Indian product, and we have to encourage the peoples, or we have to develop the enterprises that are in bamboo, developed our homemade product or product from the India. Again, the mission will focus on the development of bamboo in limited state where it has an social, commercial, and economical advantage, particularly in the northeast and states in Madhya Pradesh, then Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Karnataka, Uttarakhand, Bihar, Jharkhand, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, etc. This is about the bamboo mission or national bamboo mission. So, what we have discussed in lecture, that bamboo an effective price for rising the farmers' income, can use bamboo as an alternative to farmers, and developed bamboo as an enterprise. Government of India has already started a national bamboo mission, and this national bamboo mission is working in the agricultural sector or non-forest governments, and then the bamboo cultivation and the promote production of different type of product from the bamboo. So after discussing this, what we are going to discuss in next lecture, that is success bamboo business. Because of National Bamboo Mission or because of the different strategies that are employed by government of India in India, there are some peoples who are come forward to start the bamboo as an business, and there are some success stories, examples of bamboo business. These peoples are really uh, earning a good income from the bamboo business, and also they are serving society from making products from this bamboo. So in next lecture, we are going to discuss the success stories of bamboo business. Thank you. Thank you very